talk about the Saffi Audit project today.
Thank you so much.
Is there anyone else I need to unmute, or are we just speaking to you today, Mark?
Are you going to be speaking to me?
Okay. If you're ready, I can start the recording, introduce you, and we can go into the Saffi Audit project.
Yeah.
A warm welcome, everyone, for this Wellcoin Talk Community Telegram AMA today. I'm Glenn, your host. Today we have joining us Saffi Audit. Saffi Audit is a decentralized ecosystem that allows users to mint their own tokens and create their own initial smart contracts. And we'll be going into the Saffi ecosystem. We've got smart contract auditing services, dApp building services we'll be discussing today. But first, can you give us an introduction to your background and experience, Mark? That'd be great.
Oh, hello. So first we had a small problem. We had a scammer who's attacked our website, so we had to come up with a plan B and change the website. So the website is changed, instead of .io, it's .com now. We already talked to the Pink Sale team to change the link on the resale link. Uh, Other than that, I'm gonna be sharing my screen to show you guys more about our utility and everything. Give me one sec.
Okay, Mark, yeah, that'd be great if you share your screen for the community investors.
Sec.
Just up on the left there, share screen. At the top of the VC next to Saffi Audit.
Yeah, I'm just looking for which screen I need to share.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, yeah, this one. Can you see my screen now?
I can't see it. Let me just. Sometimes you have to leave the chat and then come back in. Let me just leave for a second and see if it comes up. It's not like me reconnect with my desktop, so I've just joined from the phone. Mark, I can see you were sharing your screen there. Did you give us
Thank
an
you so much.
introduction? That'd be great.
Okay, so thank you for hosting us into this AMA. First, I'm gonna give small briefing about our team and our project. So we are Saffi Audit. Myself have been trading since a long time, almost like 5 years now, 6 years, 2017. We are three people on the main core of the team, and we have four additional people who's working accordingly with us. Uh, so this project, from the name, you can see the Saffi Audit, and that means that we are mainly an audit project, a project that offer audits for other upcoming projects and already existing projects. We have some additional utilities that we're gonna be discussing into this AMA.
Okay, sorry, I lost connection there either, Mark.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm gonna ask also for a small favor if you can ask your team to edit the message of the AMA and change the website from .io to .com.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll ask some of the team to change that on the socials we posted in the shared chat.
Yeah,
I missed the introduction. Sorry, Mark, if you've started, but yeah, I wrote down quite a bit from the
it's
white
okay.
paper.
It's okay. So, myself, I'm the owner and the CEO of the project. We are three people on the core team. We have an additional four people who's working accordingly with us. For the core team, we are like for the seven people, we go to the same university. We know each other since a long time. We have been doing crypto since a long time. Yeah, that's everything about the team. So mainly our projects, as you see, guys, is called Saffi Audit. Is mainly about the audits. We do audits for other projects the future. In addition to that, we have some other utilities that we're gonna be seeing in this AMA that they are already live, and we're gonna be testing them actually on this AMA.
Okay, great. So maybe if we can start with the smart contract auditing services you're offering, Mark. Is it internal devs that will be doing the smart contracts auditing, and is it like a tier system where a project can get a basic or an advanced audit?
Yeah, so for the audits, it's for the audits, most people know what does it mean, and it's not something new. But what we're trying to offer, we're trying to offer like a deeper way for the audits, and we're trying to have it favored for the devs who's making the projects, and also for the users. Because of that, if people saw already that on our white paper, we are going to launch something called the Saffi Audit Academy. In this academy, it's gonna be as videos on YouTube where we're gonna teach people how they can read the code, the solidity of the contracts, and how they can have a small audit themselves, reading the code and mainly the main things going on in the code, like the tax, and like if the owner can change the tax, if the owner can mint more token and stuff. So we're gonna start on the before even the fair launch ends. We're gonna start on the tomorrow. We're gonna launch the first videos, and we're gonna have a series of like 100 videos going on, teaching people how to know more about the contract.
Okay, I see, Mark. And you've got DApp building services you're going to offer as well for projects. What type of dApps will you offer?
So for the projects, first we offer, let me just pull up the website here. We have something called the token generator. So instead of making your own in your own token, you can come to us and have the token with us. And once you have the token with us, we're gonna have a big discount for you on the audit. For the first 10 audits is gonna be for free. If it's okay, I can even test the right now on my PC and create a contract right here. Is this okay?
Yeah, that'd be great, Mark. Show the community that.
Okay. So I think I need to share another screen instead of this screen. Uh, Let me just pull this out.
Okay,
Okay. So just give me a second, please. Sorry for that.
no problem.
Can you see my screen now, guys?
Yeah, I can see it's got the Saffi Audit BEP20 token generator screen up. Yeah.
Okay, let me just check if everything good with the MetaMask and everything. Yes, looks good. There is the fees to create your contracts. Okay, so basically it's like 1 minute then. Let's say we're gonna call this contract Saffi well when talk. This symbol gonna be Saffi well decimal 18. Let's put like 1,000 on the total supply. That's all you need to create a contract. So you're gonna go to MetaMask. Next. Okay, so now it's loading. Uh, so it says check the gas limit. Let me just update the total. Okay, let's put that again. Uh, we have been doing some edits to add like the NFT minting token, and I think we need to check something from the Solidity. Uh, let me just pull up this video. So basically, I'm just gonna show a small video about it. We just did that like an hour ago, and we have been doing some edits recently. So basically, all you do is you go and write the details about your contract, uh, and you can just mint the contract. But I think because now it's under construction because we are adding the NFT minting contract is not working. That's the contract we created. That's the one on the video is still even over there. Let me just check over here because it's not showing the commission. Oh yeah, it says like it's having a problem with the network. Uh, I'm gonna try doing that later and send you guys a video. But like it have been working since a month, and every time we tried, it was working. Even now in the commission fees, it should be like 0.15 BNBs, and it's not showing up right now because right away we just like uploaded the new website and we are still working on the NFT minting contract. So yeah, so basically it's just a 1 minute thing. Like we have been doing contracts with like all day long. We just created that contract like it was just like 5 hours ago.
Oh,
So yeah, it's gonna be just basically that. Other than that, we have uh, we have the staking system. which is here. Let me connect the wallet. MetaMask. I'm gonna actually see if I can do that.
Maybe I can ask
Like
you a couple of questions
this.
around the smart contract auditing services and the DApp building services for
Yeah,
projects.
yeah, of course.
What would be happening with the sort of breakdown of the profits? Would some go to buyback and burns for marketing, for the investors?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, for the smart contract auditing services you're going to offer projects and the DApp building services for projects, what's the sort of breakdown of the profits? Would some be used for buyback and burns? Would some be used for marketing for the project and the auditing company?
So for us, like the token is gonna be like a direct marketing for our services, and the service is gonna be funding the token. Mainly, we're concentration about the token. So most of the fee is gonna be going to the marketing to uh keep the token in certain level. We are aiming to having it above the $1 million and maintain it above that. So we have a part that's gonna be going to the token, and of course we have a part that we're gonna be using to pay the people who's gonna be doing the audits. Those people have been working on doing audits since a long time. They have been a part from another community. They now work with us. There are two people, and we have two other agents that they're gonna be coordinating with people about all the details about what people want in this audits and everything. So that's how it's gonna go.
And will there be like a tier system where you could get a basic audit or advanced audits, and what sort of dApps will you be building for projects?
It's depend on the contracts. It's depend on what people want exactly. They're gonna be like a soft audit. They're gonna be an advanced audit. They're gonna be an audit for the whole project, including the team, the marketing, everything.
See, Mark, and then you've got up there, I wrote down here about the staking for Saffi. Can we go into the APR, APY for investors and how it works?
Okay, so I'm gonna try pull up the white paper. So when we go to the staking, we didn't have like an exact APY because just the fact of throwing those high number of APYs, not all projects can cover them. So what kind of APYs we're gonna have? We're gonna have like the reward based on the transactions. So when we see here, the reward is gonna be 0.01 per block. So in each transaction, uh the reward gonna be accumulated and distributed to the people who's on the staking pool. It's not gonna have like an exact time, so people can stake and instake their token anytime, and they're gonna be rewarded dependent on the transaction happening at the time they were staking their token. We have two other reserves to ensure that the pool gonna be covered. We have first, then we have 2% on the sales staking that is gonna be going to the staking pool, and we have like 6% on the pink sale. If you go to the link of the pink sale, give me one second, let me just pull. So when we go here, we're gonna see there is the staking, which is 6.33%. That gonna when it's locked, because for the first month we made sure that everything gonna be secured. We didn't wanna anything to look kind of shady, so everything is locked for the first month. The liquidity and everything gonna be locked for 1 year, and that pool gonna be added to the staking pool, so we have enough insurance and enough reserve to the second pool to be covered 100%.
I see, Mark. And you've got the Saffi Academy, so there's going to be free courses and learning paths for Saffi investors. What sort of courses will be available?
Yeah, for the Sapphire Academy, it's gonna be 100% free for everyone to use. We're gonna be offering. We have like a list of 100 videos from the lowest level of like reading the contracts and reading the solidity, reading the code behind the contracts, either on like the deep code, the main code, or on bscan, to know exactly like what's the tax, what's the maximum amount that can be sold, what's the minimum, and everything. And we're gonna be explaining that as simple as possible to everyone, because the problem that we see now, even advanced people on the crypto world doesn't have enough information and doesn't have enough knowledge about what's going on the contracts and everything. Maybe they can read small lines, but they can have like a global idea. They can't have a global idea about those projects.
I see, Mark. And you mentioned the Flow blockchain on the white paper. I was wondering what relationship does Saffi have with the Flow team and community?
Or can you say that again?
Yeah, I saw on the white paper you mentioned the Flow blockchain on the white paper. I was wondering what relationship does Saffi have with the Flow team and community?
Let me just pull up the white paper again. Where is that? In which part?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember where it was. Let's look. Um, it's under one of these, but is it under the staking platform or the Saffi BSC checker BEP 20?
In the
No, it might be
safety
further down.
staking platform?
It might be further down, I think. Doesn't matter anyway. We can move on to something else about the project. So, have you had a audit on the smart contract before launch?
Can you say that again?
Had a audit on the smart contract before the launch for the Saffi audit project.
So for the projects, as of now, we are concentrating on the launch and everything. We try to cover our utilities that we have in addition to the audits, because the audits, we can't start doing audits right now before our token even is launched, because our token, the success of our token after launch gonna be kind of the marketing that's gonna be bringing people. We are focusing mainly now on having it on the list of the audits of on Pixel. When we talked to the team of Pink Cell, they were like, we need guys to build trust, and the token, the success of our token, the success of our projects in the first day, gonna be the trust needed between us and the Pink Cell team. So that's what we're aiming for. But like once after the launch, people gonna start knowing about us. More of the market is gonna start knowing about us, and with the marketing gonna be happening, we hope that we're gonna start having people coming around and going with our audits, especially with like the contracts making and everything that we offer. And we offer like two kind of audits. We're gonna have an audit before the launch for for like the ICOs. We're gonna offer an audit before the launch and another audit after the launch in case anything is changed in the contracts. So we just started. It's a long term thing. We hoping that we're gonna start having business with people in the future.
I see, Mark. That's great about the smart contract audit service. But I was meaning as well for your token, the Saffi audit token, is there going to be or has there been an audit for that?
But we already have our own audits. It's already there. We're gonna share it today. We're gonna have like we're gonna have three kind of audits actually, and they're gonna be the example of the audits we're gonna be offering to people, like the soft audits and the normal project audits and the advanced audits. Is gonna be all shared in our Telegram tomorrow, even before the launch of our token.
Okay, great, Mark. And can we go into the tokenomics breakdown? I think you were showing the chart there before. It's going to be 0% tax on buys as well and 6% on sells. But what's the tokenomics breakdown there?
For the tokenomics, we try to keep it as simple as possible. Let me just put it out. So if you see, guys, it's just like the token go to the fair launch is gonna be 55%. We have the liquidity around 1,600,000. We have a pool for the staking and it's locked and it's only like 6%. And we have another pool for the CX that we already confirmed with Coinsbit. It's gonna be going on the launch. It's gonna be on both PancakeSwap and it's gonna be on Coinsbit. Uh, as of this way, we're gonna ensure that we're not gonna only have the pair of the SafeFi BNB. We can also have the pair of the SafeFi USDT. Because some people get more comfortable with the CX than PancakeSwap. People who's like looking for the stop loss and everything. So that's what the tokenomic gonna be about. About the tax, we try to encourage people to have like a buy pressure, which because of that we have it like 0% on the buy. On the sell we have like 6%. It's not changeable. It's gonna be 3% going to the payback. As we know, guys, into the 24 hours going on in the day, there is sometimes when there is like a big pressure of buy. There is sometimes when the most of the world is sleeping, and at those time we're gonna be doing buybacks to maintain the token at certain level. We have 2% going to the staking pool, as I mentioned before, to have enough reserve on the staking pool for everyone staking their token to be covered. And we have 1% marketing. It's gonna be going to the daily marketing to ensure that we always bring in new investors.
Okay, great, Mark. And you've got the fair launch that's live at the moment on Pink Sale. There's 2 days left for investors to get involved, so anyone can get involved there. And I was wondering if you've had a private sale and if you have, if that's vested.
Uh, Personally, I hate I hate private pre-sales. I hate private sales because that really harm the token on the launch, because there is some other people who's gonna be airdropped directly and they're gonna have much better rates and they're gonna be selling right away. And mostly the private sale is done to help the team on the marketing. As of our team, we had enough funds to cover all the marketing. We already had like 4 AMAs and we still have another 7 AMAs. We have like 4 tomorrow and 4 after tomorrow. In total, we're gonna have around 15 AMAs. With all like the big names, with all the tier one of Pink Sale and everything. So for us, we had enough fun. We didn't have like a big reason to have a private pre-sale.
Yeah, that's great, Mark. And going forward with the marketing plans over the first quarter after the launch, what you're looking to do around the marketing for the smart contract auditing services to get your name out there for that building services with your devs and to promote the token for investors.
So for the marketing, we try to be as generous as possible. So first we start with like all the big names that everyone knows. We're talking here about Coin Talk, we're talking about Caesar Calls, we're talking about Gulum, Venom, CryptoCat, Chelsea, Travelad. We confirmed AMA with all of them. People can even go and ask them about SafeFi audits, and most of them we have already confirmed the AMAs with them. We have another around like 25 pinned messages that's gonna be going on the last 24 hours. After the launch, we're gonna have the first AMA with Ravlad. We're gonna have again some additional AMAs with the community that we already covered to update people about what's going on with our token and everything. We paid already for the fast track for CoinGecko at CoinMarketCap. We paid for one CEX and we're trying to get what they call Bitmart. We tried to get Bitmart covered also to have another CX in additional to the CX we already have. So we tried to be we try to have like an outstanding marketing so the most of people know about our token, and that gonna make people know about our services that we're gonna be offering with with our company, and that's what's gonna give us the longevity we are looking for with this project.
Okay, great, Mark. Let's open the floor for community questions. Let's see, Syed, go ahead.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. I have a few questions. So I was wondering how many developers you have on board with you for auditing contracts, and do they have previous experience in auditing the contracts?
Okay, so for the whole developers, we have four developers, and for the exact developers that's gonna be doing the audits, we have two developers. They are so experienced. They have been doing crypto for like 6 years too, and they have been part of an audit company for like 2 years. They know exactly what they do. They are friend of us. When we went to them and asked them to be a part of our team because we're gonna be offering all this. They were happy about it. We asked them, especially for the first month, to be covering like 12 hours, 12 hour. So we're gonna have, because the thing about the audits, whenever you're gonna go to an audit company, they're gonna be offering like an audit in within like 24 hours at least, or like 3 days or something. So for us, we want to have that happening in hours, because basically those audit people know exactly what's going on with every contract, and all the contracts are mostly similar. So we have two of them that they know exactly what they're doing. They are so experienced on that, and they're gonna be happy to like receive all the audits we're gonna be covering.
Understood. Okay, so auditing will be completely done manually, or you will also be using any auto scanner to find exploits in the contract that can be missed manually.
Of course, they have like bots that we're already using and we're offering to the public with open APIs, but mostly like for the audits, for the advanced audits and the normal audits, they're gonna have to go through the code and make sure that all the, because they know where they're gonna go exactly and see what's going on with each part. They have like a check mark when they can like check in all the thing that mainly people want to know. So it's gonna be both, like with the bot, and it's gonna be manually.
Okay, okay, got it. So you will also be offering app development services. So I was wondering, will your own developers going to develop the dApps for the project owners, or you will create any freelancing platform to enable freelance developers to offer their development services to the various clients? How will that going to work?
As of now, like those developers that doing audits, they have been doing crypto website, they have been doing wallets, they have been doing apps related to cryptocurrencies. So they are the one who's gonna be doing that manually. They have already a lot of templates ready to go, so they are gonna be the one behind that.
Okay, and you only have two developers currently working for the auditing. So I was wondering how much time will it take for them to complete a single audit, let's say?
As I said, we have like we did some tests on some audits. Usually for the fast audits, it takes like an hour. For the normal audits, it take like an hour and a half. And for like the extended advanced audits, it's gonna take them 2 hours. And we try the thing that there is a lot of companies that's offering audits already. And what's gonna make us special is like having it on like less time, which gonna be a short time, maximum 3 hours, and like with the simple way for the investor to read and understand.
Okay, okay, got it. I was thinking along with app development, will you also be offering any continuous security assessment of both web and mobile Web3 applications? And in future, will you also be offering application penetration testing service to find like smallest weakness by which can be exposed by the experienced team of the ethical hackers?
So when we talk about that, we're not talking about audits. We're talking about validators because like the big day apps and the big application need validators to check all the security. We're aiming to have that in the future when we expand our team because for now we're gonna be only concentrating on the audits for the smart contracts. We're trying to expand in other chains. That's the next thing gonna be after like going with Bscan, but that's something that we are thinking on the future.
Okay, understood. Okay, final question. So, if any crypto project audited by you is later facing any cyber attack or exploit, so will your developers also going to help them prevent this attack or exploit?
As I say, that's kind of out of our work. That need validators. Validators. Those people are more like they go deeply on these apps and they know exactly because then we're talking about the whole system. We're not just talking about the contracts. We're talking about the whole system. We're talking about a lot of like bugs and exit that they need to make sure they are safe. So the DApps that we're gonna be offering, they are already secured 100%. They are already validated by validators that we hired ourselves to use in our own our own utilities and everything. But in the future, we are aiming 100% to have some validators joining our team.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much for answering. Over to you, Glenn.
Thank you.
Thank you for the questions, Syed. And I was wondering, Mark, you've got the Saffi BSC checker, BEP20 as well, so investors will be able to use that to look at the project contracts for vulnerabilities. Would you need to hold a certain amount of tokens for the with the Saffi token to be able to use that feature?
Let me try pulling that out first. So for the basic checker, it's gonna be basically, let me try like pull a contract that we already made and see how it does it work. So for the token checker, it's gonna be so simple. Yeah, the contract is not verified yet that we made. Uh, so it's gonna be for free for the first time. It's gonna be easy for people to use. But like we're not trying to get funds from every utility we have. We're trying to have mainly the funds from the audits that we're gonna be doing and everything. It's gonna be free as the academy gonna be free as the staking is gonna be available for everyone. For the contract is gonna be like a fees of 0.15 to create, in addition to the funds that we're gonna be getting from the audits, in addition to the funds that we're gonna have as a 1% marketing, that's gonna be covering the marketing. So we are kind of looking for a long-term thing instead of just like a short-term like funds that we are trying to gain. So it's gonna be 300%, because those was just like additional utility that we know that it's gonna be free and it's gonna kind of doing the marketing for our project.
Okay, I see, Mark. Let's move to another question. Let's see. Asia, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. So, will you also be offering KYC services to go along with audit services?
Yes, that's something that we already have. We're gonna have the in details in our white paper really soon. We're gonna be offering like a whole KYC, not just for the people who's making the project. We're gonna do a KYC for the whole project, including like the website, the team, and everything. And we're gonna have it more detailed. We're not gonna have a lot of KYCs happen because we're gonna have a really tough KYC, but we want to try to build a big credibility about our KYC. So whenever a KYC happen with us, they're gonna be like less chances with seeing a scam or anything.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I was also wondering how much time will it take for your team to complete audit and what you will be charging for the audit?
So for the audit, it's gonna be from 1 hour until from 1 hour minimum, 3 hours maximum. We're gonna be charged for the first 10 audits is gonna be for free. After that, we're gonna start with the rate of 200 minimum, and it's gonna be depend on how many details on the contracts and how many like lines on the contracts and everything. So that's what it's gonna be exactly. About the SafeEye audit checker, like I just checked our contracts. It said the trading is closed and insufficient liquidity because we didn't start trading yet. But usually when it's live, it's gonna give you the token name, the token sample, the gas, like the maximum and the minimum like transactions we have, the supply. It's gonna give you the dev wallet. It's gonna give you the ownership wallet. It's gonna give you everything that people need to know. It's like a small audit going on.
Okay. And is your Sapphire BSC checker similar to other honeypot scanner or it provides more information than any conventional honeypot scanner?
So which right to include the most like the main information that people want to know. For like other chain like Ethereum, it's gonna give you the ADL gas and when the gas gonna be lower, when the gas gonna be higher and everything. So it's the same perspective going on all the the checkers. So it's gonna be almost like similar as the others.
Okay. And it's mentioned on your white paper, Sapphire Audit is capable of creating any kind of smart contract for any purpose, even if one has an idea that is never been implemented before. I want to understand how can any purpose and custom contract with new ideas can be developed without coding, and will the contract be generated automatically from the database or your team will develop the contract manually if the contract is complicated?
Like sadly, we just had to update the new websites, and there is still like some construction going on right now on the website. Otherwise, I would show you guys exactly how to make a contract under like 1 minute. We made like multiple contracts before, and there is a full video in our in our Telegram our channel about how easy to make a contract. So we try to put all the back end and all the solidity at the back, and at the front end is just like easy steps to make a contract.
Understood. Okay, last thing for me. If any project having audit from you later rug pulls or faces any exploit, will you be releasing detailed report after investigation to share the findings, what actually happened, and who should be held accountable?
So uh in the crypto world, it's already decentralized. So when we're gonna be given audits, we're gonna be explaining as much as possible and breaking down what's going on in those projects to people. And after that, it's a your thing. People can like do their own research and take a decision because like when we see it right now, what's going on in the pink cell, there is something called the SAFO projects, and those safer projects, they have a really strict requirement to have the safer badge, like the tax is not changeable, no e-lock token and everything. But we can still see some shady stuff happening. So like as I said, crypto is always a dual thing. After us offering the audits, people need to read it and take the decision because uh we're gonna like highlight what's going on with those contracts. We're gonna give people to see like if they can meet more token, if they have like if they have the right to hire the tax or anything. And that gonna depends on the owner, what's his decision with his token.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for answering all my questions.
You're welcome, thank you so much.
Thank you, Aisha, for the questions. Let's move to Western Beast. Go ahead. Yeah, Western Beast, and maybe come back.
All right.
Let's move to Venice. You had a question, Venice? Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Then, okay, I have a couple of the questions for Mark. Sorry. Okay, as we all know that Saffi audit allows people to create their own initial smart contract without any programming language, and then I read on the white paper that your auditors will check the code and logic of a contract and determine whether if issues exist or not. So I'm a little bit confused that if you guys have built a platform strong enough that it creates efficient smart contract, then there should not be any need of auditors to find any potential issues with it. So could you please explain this matter to me?
So when we're talking about that, we're talking about two different things. We're talking about the audits, which we're gonna be offering to the contracts when we're talking about the contracts making. So when you're gonna be making contracts, it's up to you what details do you want in your contracts, because we can't just give people the option to create the contract a certain way. People gonna have the freedom to create the contract the way they want. We're offering like a big discount for those contracts, but if they don't want to be a part with us on our audits, they are free to do. What we are talking about, the second part of your question is like securing the contracts and everything. That's another thing which is our audit that we are offering. So here we're talking about two services. We're talking about making the contracts and like securing the contracts. Securing the contracts is the audits. It's something that we're offering, and we have another utility that is already there, which is creating the contract.
Okay, and understood. And I read about CFP API integrations. So it got me thinking that do you guys have any plan to also allow other fellow developers to create APIs and list them on your platform that other devs can use them to create their projects?
Yes, yes. If you read that in our white paper, we already mentioned that we're gonna have a shared node. We're gonna have our API public. So other devs who's looking to, instead of like having the hard time to came from the zero, they can use like our API. For other project too, they're gonna have to give us the credit because we're gonna have like our logos included and everything. But like, yeah, our API, it's gonna be public.
Okay, yeah, understood. And I was also thinking that could you please tell us the interest rates for staking and how to participate in the staking program of your platform?
So as I said before, our second program is gonna be per block, because as I said, we can't just put a high APY that we can't cover and everything. We have like, it's gonna be depending on how many transactions happening. It's gonna be the gain and the reward for the people who's taken their token already. And as I said before, we have in addition to the main reserve to the pool of the staking, we have two additional pools, which is gonna be the marketing wallets, and which is gonna be to the percentage of the token that's gonna be unlocked after 1 month. They're gonna be all pushing the liquidity into the staking pool to have everything covered into the staking pool.
Okay, okay. And please tell us what are the limitations and restrictions of the minting of tokens on PancakeSwap router and how it is done automatically?
For the contract creating.
Yeah, I read about PancakeSwap router that you guys will be that you will be adding some several other features to help you deal with overall tokens like automatic minting of your tokens on PancakeSwap router.
So yeah, once your token is live on BC, that means it can be after that verified. You can use like our lockers too and everything, but after that you can start buying it and selling it on BC on Pancake Swap. Like you can just add the contracts over there and you can like swap it to BNB from this side, or like buy it with BNB or sell it to BNB once you have a pool in your token.
Okay, got it. And do you guys have any plan to also accept proposals from experienced educators to prepare the best educational resources that could be offered through the Safia Academy?
For the SafeEye Academy, our like developers, for the most of the first, we're gonna have like tutorials, we're gonna have educational sessions, we're gonna have videos with around like half hour explaining from the bottom to the advanced level of the audits, and how those people do the audits, how they read the contracts, how they go through the contracts. And after that, we're gonna have live videos of every audit we have, going through the contracts and everything. So people, after getting educated with our SafeEye Academy, they can understand what's going on with the audit of each contract.
Okay, okay, understood that. Thank you. Thank you so much for answering my all questions.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the questions, Venice. Next, we have Weston. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Okay, so I wanted asking, I understand the fact that you said that it's going to take you about an hour to 3 hours to scale and run each AMA. If I increase that scale, Cetic actually has queues for people to do their AMAs. How would you ensure that these queues are not going to happen when Saffi audit becomes very popular?
Are you saying AMAs? Did you
You
say
get my
AMAs,
question?
or can you say that again?
Okay, so I'm asking, Cetic actually has queues when they run their audits. There are a lot of projects that are on queue to get an audit from Cetic since they are very well known. With the fact that you're running about 1 hour to 2 to 3 hours when you're running an audit certification for a project, how would you avoid this same queues that Cetic actually has? Would you also be scaling up as you have more projects to run audits for?
As of now, we have the capability to cover like full three advanced audits a day. So which means it's gonna be around exactly 21 audits a week, which is a big number. But once it goes bigger, and we're gonna of course expand our team, and the people who's working on audits with us, they know other people that doing audits, that we're gonna be hiring them as well.
So if the what you trying to say, if the workload gets too much, you're going to also get freelance auditors to run audits for you.
It's not gonna be like freelance auditors. It's gonna be like the friends of our friends who's already doing the audits for us.
Sounds good. So I wanted talking about the fact that you have a token generator that supports no coding, means that people who aren't really versed in programming can create their own tokens. When it comes to liquidity, would they be using their own money to provide liquidity, or is there a protocol that they will follow when so they can provide liquidity for their own tokens?
For the tokens, it's gonna be the liquidity of the tokens that you have already, because once you create the contract, you're gonna have certain amount of the total supply that you're gonna have. And once you wanna go to the Pancake Swap, we have our devs that's gonna be making sure that you can mint those tokens and you can start trading those tokens.
Sounds fair enough. That'll be all from my end. I wish you guys the best. And I hope that the Saffi Audit project stays bullish moonward. Over to you, Glenn.
Thank you for the
Can you say that again? Oh, that's.
Okay, Mark. Yeah, maybe we could do a recap for. We've had some investors join the second half of the AMA today. So anyone that missed the first 30 minutes, just do a recap over the Saffi Audit project for community investors.
Yeah. So mostly we talked about like our our utilities. They're already on the website. Like before the AMA started, until like 2 minutes to the AMA started, we were just making sure to make the new website because someone has attacked our website, like the DLs of our website. So we had our old website down and we tried to put all the codes on the new website. We still updating like the new features going on the second generator, but like in like 1 hour our utility is gonna be working again 100%. We talked to you about the audits and how it's gonna be from like simple quick audits until advanced audit, the time of it, the price of it. We talked about our tokenomics, which are already on Pixel. We talked about our marketing that we are doing. We are covering more than 15 AMAs and more than 20 pin messages. Yes, so far that's what was it about.
Great. It's been great speaking to Mark today from Saffi Audit. They're building a lot of ecosystem around the project, and it's in its fair launch at the moment. If you want to check that out, but as we say, Wellcoin Talks for education and research. We recommend you check out the website, the white paper, and if anyone has any more questions, join their official socials. We have the links in our main chat there. I'm not sure if we took the website one out, but it's what was the updated website, Mark? It's .com, not .io now.
Uh, about the fair launch.
No, the website it's changed to .com, has it, from .io?
Yeah, it was just changed like 5 minutes before the AMA started, and it's gonna be fully functional in like 1 hour or so. I just need to once the AMA is done, I'm gonna go again and make sure everything is going good.
Yeah, well, thanks very much for joining us today, Mark. Take care. I'm looking forward to the fair launch and the launch for the Saffi Audit project. And I'll finish the record and send over a copy for you to share with your community, and I'll send that into the main chat for any investors that
Thank you
couldn't
so
join the call
much.
today.
Thank you.